What are the steps to buying a house or a condo in Ontario, Canada? This is one of the first and most important questions that clients will ask me is how does it work? What's the whole process like to buying a home from step A all the way to moving in? The first step, down payment. So let's take a look at the down payment requirements in Canada. So for anything under $500,000, you need 5% of the purchase price as your down payment. And then anything between $500,000 and $1 million, you need 10% of that bracket plus the original 5% of that $500,000, and anything above $1 million, you'll need to have a 20% down payment. So for example, if you're looking at a house that's likely going to sell around $700,000, you would do 5% of $500,000 or $25,000 plus that additional $200,000 in the next bracket times 10%, so an additional $20,000 for a total minimum down payment of $45,000. Now, keep in mind, anything above $1 million is going to be 20% minimum, and it's a big jump because if you're looking at something right under $1 million, $999,000, you're looking at around a 7 to 8% down payment minimum. The second you cross over to $1 million, it's 20%. So it is a big jump. Another thing to also note is that anything below 20% will require mortgage insurance. So that's an additional premium that will be added into your mortgage, and you will be paying it monthly. It'll be blended into your payments as well. There are some pros and cons with that because sometimes it is easier to get approved when there is mortgage insurance, but then there is also an added cost, and interest rates also will vary depending on how much your down payment is. So make sure to ask those questions to your mortgage broker later on. Once you start saving up for your down payment, this is when you're going to start to build up your real estate team. So starting to get a real estate agent, a mortgage broker, and a real estate lawyer. To get a real estate agent, definitely go and ask family and friends for some recommendations. Make sure it's somebody that has your best interests at heart and somebody who's confident and capable of getting the job done. The reason I like to start with finding a real estate agent first is because they are also going to have people that they can recommend to you when it comes to the next step of getting a pre-approval. Now, you can get a pre-approval from your bank, you can go to a mortgage broker. I definitely recommend going to a mortgage broker because you're going to have a lot more options. They have access to a whole host of lenders, including the big banks, so you pretty much have access to everything, and there'll be different options as far as what your budget is, what different interest rates are, different fees, and things like that. So to keep all your options open, definitely recommend reaching out to a couple mortgage brokers, and your real estate agent could help you find some of those as well. The last member of your real estate team will also be a real estate lawyer, so you can start to look for one right now so that they're ready when you start the search process if you need them along the way. They'll be a lot more useful later on when you're closing your transaction, but there are times in between that you'll need their help as well. Now that you've got a pre-approval and you know what your budget is, you can start searching for homes. So you've probably already started a little bit searching online, different websites. Work together definitely with your real estate agent to start to come up with a plan of what kind of homes you're looking for, what areas you're looking for, or adjusting these two to find what you like. Let's say you want a specific type of home, you can find that in different areas and vice versa. From here, you can start to go and see homes in person and start setting up showings with your agent. They can take you out there anytime. They have access to the whole of MLS available to them and available to you. So you can start going to see homes. I would definitely recommend somewhere between 3 to 5 homes at a time. Anything more than 5, it becomes a little bit difficult to remember everything and compare everything when you get back home later on. So best number is like 3 to 4 when you're starting out and getting to know the market. Later on, you may find that you're just looking at 1 or 2 because you've narrowed down exactly what you want. But at the start, definitely start to get to know what is out there in the market, what you like, what you don't like. Seeing a home in person is a lot different from seeing them online. Now, once you see a home that you'd like to buy, it's time to put together an offer. Now, your agent is going to put together the offer for you. Of course, the most important things on it are going to be the offer price, things like when you want to move in and take possession of the house. Other things are going to be like the deposit. So there is going to be, in most cases in Ontario, on average is a 5% deposit. So when you do send in an offer, if it does get accepted, within 24 hours, you'll have to submit a deposit to the listing brokerage. It's typically going to be about 5% of the purchase price. Later on, when you do close on your house, that deposit will then turn into your down payment and be used towards it. So other things they'll go through is also the clauses and conditions, make sure that there's things to protect you as well, and they'll go through that whole offer with you before submitting it. So if your offer gets accepted, congratulations. Now you have an agreement to purchase a house, At this point, you would need to submit your deposit within 24 hours. And then if there are some conditions, this would be the conditional period to go through them, whether it's a home inspection, a financing condition, or a condition that allows you to inspect and take the condominium corporation documents, or what we call in Ontario the status certificate, to your lawyer, get that inspected, as well as some other conditions that can come up as well. Once those conditions are fulfilled, or if you don't have any conditions in your offer, then you now have a firm offer and you now have a firm agreement to buy a house or a condo. So this is where your mortgage broker is going to now shop around and get you all of your options for your mortgage so you can finalize your financing. And then your real estate lawyer will come in as well to help you with closing. They're going to put together all of the closing costs required, like land transfer tax, any adjustments that need to be made on closing. They will take care of all of that, and they will make sure that every document is in order for closing on possession date. At this point, in between the agreement date, when you got it accepted, and closing, make sure not to make any major changes in your financial situation, because you don't want to take any chances with your mortgage. So keep everything stable, keep everything the same until you close on your home, and then you can start your new life in your new place. So that's kind of a simplified step-by-step guide on how to buy a home in Canada. If you found this helpful, please leave me a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, give me a call or leave me a comment down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.